Okay, everybody, here we go. Sit back and freaking relax. This freak show is about to really get going. What am I talking about? First of all, this is my pre-market report, Tuesday, August 15th, 2023. Are you watching stock futures this morning? They are down across the board. The U.S. 10-year yield continues to spike 4.23, being slightly offset in a positive way, believe it or not, by the dollar. The relative strength of the dollar is lower. However, the setup for this morning, right now, it is 8:20 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, looks to be a pan sell-off. I mean, everything is going to sell off at the open. Let's see what they pull off later on today. Risk in this market continues to rise. The timing of this is very interesting. Here we have Michael Burry, the Big Short fame guy, with a $1.6 billion bet against this market. And then today we get what appears to be, again, what could unfold to be a pan sell-off. Risk in this market is clearly deep in the danger zone. Deep in the danger zone. The MMRI is above 270. What are they going to do? Are they going to float out some Fed presidents today or tomorrow? This is really getting out of hand. Is the Fed going to start buying more debt? As a matter of fact, Goldman Sachs believes that we are going to get rate cuts soon, maybe 2024. Well, it could be before that. If the Fed sees this market, getting out of control, it clearly can. We are at a very dangerous point in this market. Okay, market doesn't like where it is right now. We've seen what has happened to this market ever since the MMRI crossed 250. We're not going anywhere. The market wants to be reassured that the Fed is going to do more. Now the Fed may send a message to the Fed, even as soon as today, do something or else. Do something or else. Well, like I said, we'll see where this goes. So anyway, stock futures lower across the board. 10-year yield rising, what appears to be in a very troubling manner. Risk in this market getting out of control. Gold and silver are under pressure. Cryptocurrencies pretty much across the board are under pressure except for Bitcoin Cash, which is catching a bid. Crude oil is under pressure now. I've been talking a lot about crude oil lately. We hit 84. I said if a pullback were to come now, which it looks like it may be in some kind of a corrective phase right now, we'd get a new floor and this would march higher. I was looking at some charts this morning. I think it is very possible for you crude oil bulls out here. This is going to be important for you. Crude oil to me looks like it can fall to, say, 77, 78, establish a new floor, and then bam. So what am I trying to say? At 77, 78, somewhere around here, we'll keep our eyes on this, would be a really good opportunity to add to long positions on crude oil. That's what it looks like to me this morning. And I don't know. It's kind of what we maybe expected to happen again. No, we had crude oil go up for 7 straight weeks. Okay, this is not normal. It had to drop. It has to pull back, establish a new floor to go up. I think crude's going much higher. Crude oil, $90, easily attainable in short order. Anyway, so a couple of other interesting things, and I want to hear from you on this. So Janet Yellen, hello, I'm Janet Yellen, and I want to tell you something. Janet Yellen is saying, are you ready for this? You can't make it up. If you tried to, you couldn't do it. Janet Yellen, the U.S. economy is on track for stable growth. Really? Oh, and she's citing the Inflation Reduction Act as a reason why our economy is going to, what did she say? Have stable growth moving forward. Really? What have we seen inflation do Ever since the implementation of the Inflation Reduction Act, and ever since central banks have been cutting and cut, well, inflation's done nothing but go higher and higher, with food inflation outpacing every freaking thing, energy not too far behind. You can't make it up if you tried to. Just look at this again. Doesn't this, imagine me with a bowl haircut. This is her. I know I'm going to get, some kind of negative comments about that. Greg, why are you picking on a nice old lady? You really think that's who she is? Honestly, it's not even human, okay? Anyway, that's besides the point. So Fitch is now warning that it is very possible that very soon they are going to be downgrading dozens of more banks, including some major banks like J.P. Morgan. People, I did a nice, lovely video for you yesterday where I explained clearly what we are about to see. We are entering into a realm we have never been before, on many, many fronts. But with this whole commercial real estate issue, which again is not getting any kind of coverage or whatever from the mainstream, it should tell you something. You're not supposed to know it's there. But it is there. And if you did not have a chance to see the video I did yesterday, post-market, you really should pay attention to that. I wrote a nice piece on that. And I sent it out to all of you who subscribe to my free newsletter. It's in your inbox. Read it. It's important. Share it. Get it out there. People, this is a situation here that, like I said, on so many fronts is unique. We've never been here before. We've never seen anything like this before. But the beauty of this is, no matter what they do, as you well know, they can't prevent you and I from staying on the right side of this. They want to wipe out the stock market here by, again, this hyper bubble in debt is so massive. Maybe Michael Burry has his head around this right now. Maybe he has some kind of inside information on this, why he took a $1.6 billion bet against the market. Maybe he has no idea what's going on either. I don't know. All I know is the guy seems to be pretty smart. Okay, he's watching risk in this market. You're watching risk in this market. You and I are, keenly aware of the current situation. I don't think anyone, except maybe Michael Burry, is as on top of it as we are. This thing, and it's a thing that we are in, is some kind of an entity. It's encompassing the world. It's going to engulf the world. It's already engulfing the world. We have this entire planet has a dark black cloud around it in the form of a debt market ticking time bomb, which has been deliberately put in place collectively by central banks around the world who are determined to fulfill their goal, fulfill their end game to be the lenders and buyers of last resort. They are wiping out an entire class of people here on a worldwide scale. You all know that. A neo-feudal system, more control, and more death, more war, more suffering, and on every level that you can possibly think about. And then things that we can't even dream about yet, people. All right, so here's the summary. We are clearly deep into a danger zone with regard to risk in this market. And again, I'm going to say it, without direct intervention from the Fed. And they can do several things here. The Federal Reserve, number one, can buy, and they do buy, large cap stocks. Did you see what happened to tech yesterday? You think that was just the regular guy or the regular girl propping up tech yesterday? I don't think so. This is the Fed. They buy large cap stocks to prop up the market. That's number one. That's one avenue they have. Number two, they can buy more debt, which is what I think they're going to do, or a combination of those two things, or three things. I'll touch on that in a second. They can buy more debt. They can suppress yields. Okay, so number one, or in no particular order, they can buy large cap stocks. Number two, they can buy more debt. And number three, they can weaken the dollar. They can find a way to weaken the dollar on a relative strength basis, period. One or two of these things, a combination of the three, and this market would be off to the races yet again. Trust me on this. The Fed is watching the debt market. The Fed is watching the dollar, the relative strength of the dollar. They're watching the stock market just like you and me are. Okay. What are central banks doing as well? They're buying gold. I would also believe they are buying silver. You don't hear about that, but I'd be willing to bet that they do, being that from every perspective that you want to look at or anyone else wants to look at on this planet, and I invite you to do that, silver remains the most undervalued asset in the world at this time. There's nothing that comes close to it. So, MMRI over 270, risk in this market getting out of control. Looks like a pan-sell-off could certainly occur, at least here at the open. 10-year yield, 4.23 last time I looked at it. Fitch threatening to downgrade dozens of banks, including the super bank JP Morgan. Yellenstein, hold on, I'm going to do it one more time. Yellenstein, U.S. economy is on track for stable growth because of the Inflation Reduction Act. Oh, yeah. And Goldman Sachs saying that the Fed is going to be forced to cut rates moving forward. Make it up. Make any of this up, people. Crude oil, as I said, let's watch to see where we bottom out. 77, 78 looks about right to me. I want to hear from you, you technical traders out here. I mean, in this environment, nothing makes sense anymore, but I do want to hear from you as always. People, thank you for being here. Please comment. Please share the video. Please give this video a thumbs up. Let's get it out there. Let's people see this. You know how it works, okay? I'll see all of you 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern time for my live stream. Let's get this on. Let's get this together. Have some questions ready for me. We're going to, look, I can always tell you, we can't be beaten. This is impossible. We have this covered from every angle, you and I. If you've been with any length of time, you're in all the right spots. You know what you should be doing here, and we got each other's backs, all right? I'll see you later.